Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hi, hello, Cassidy. Here we are. We got some PS1 games. I'm not even wasting any time today. It's Hakaioh, King of Crusher, for the PlayStation 1, 1998 release, Fab Communication, which did it make any other games? I should probably check that. While this intro movie plays, I don't know when the last time I even sat through this was. This intro movie. I play this game occasionally, but don't always watch the intro FMV to it. According to this right here in front of me, they also made a game called Rockin' Riders and another called Dirt Jockey Heavy Equipment Operator. So that's good to know. Seen a few comments about the title here. What is a Hakaioh to a Hakaishin? Don't ask me. Camberdian asking, I've heard the title, no clue what the game is like though. Well, it's unlike anything you've ever played before, unless you've played Katamari Damacy. It's kind of like that, not really entirely like that. You can liken it to sort of that meets like Hulk Destruction Tour. I don't know if that's a good comparison at all, but it's what I'm going with. Yeah, I'd keep it on normal. I don't even need analog. And I don't even know how to enable in this emulator without looking it up, and I just want to jump right in. Again, usually when playing this, I would just skip the cutscenes, get right into the gameplay, but since I have a feeling that not everyone here has seen this before, and they are something of a choice pick. They're pretty ripe, so. Also, I wouldn't deprive you all of the soundtrack. I mean, the Hulk's origin story, finally. Finally it shall be told. That is not an allergic reaction, by the way. That is more like a demonic reaction. That is more like the beast within has been unleashed by this devil bug here. If I can summate, if I can read from the Launchbox database description of this game, you are a Japanese salaryman, normal in every way, except that you've just been bitten by an evil space insect, turning you from regular man into a rage-fueled monster. Destroy anything you can to fill your dopamine gauge, and reach the end of the stage to continue your transformation from a normal human into an enormous kaiju monster, all while avoiding the police and military trying to stop you. So yeah, that basically amounts to run around the environments, break the shit out of everything. You got punches, you got kicks. And depending on how much furniture you break, that contributes to a completion meter, to a percentage at the end. But moreover, you need to get at least a certain amount of stuff destroyed before you can exit stage left. I do kind of feel a little bad for the wife and child here who have no clue what the hell's going on. Controls take a little getting used to because the camera, as you can imagine, is static. We have tank controls here, so left and right slowly turn you around. And as you can tell, the camera's pretty close to start with. I believe in time, as we begin to transform, as we begin to take on new shapes, new forms, it'll be a bit easier to manage, you'll be a bit more pulled out. Video Game King, understanding my Katamari comparison, Similar progression of the scale of the action, yes, absolutely. And also I would say there's something really soothing about this to me. Cathartic, almost. Where, look, for those of you who don't know, I guess I should say, We Love Katamari is my favorite video game of all time, bar none. It's, like, not even close. Anything else, like, my second, which is another game I love a lot, is Fallout New Vegas and, like, Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, but We Love Katamari got me through a dark time in my life, so I will be forever indebted to that game. And this game hits up a lot of, like, those same highs for me. As far as just, like, you're dropped into the stage, it's effective a sandbox. Like, very, like, contained sandbox, obviously, but... And the rate is how much of the environment we've destroyed. We definitely don't need to go after everything. I'm not going to make this 100% completion run. I mean, we'd have already failed if that was the case. But, I will certainly meet the minimums. And if it feels like it might be fun, I'll maybe chase after some other high-value targets, as the case may be. Camberdian says, I want to say this is within one of those eras of games that would usually be independent, get put onto a major console, a la the Game Boy Advance. Yes, 1998 is a fine year for that sort of independent flair to still manifest on the consoles in some capacity. One day someone will translate all this, and I'll have a clue. I mean, you can get context clues. I mean, very obviously, this is our hero going to work, getting fired on the spot, I'd have to imagine, for showing up in a white t-shirt, jeans, and no shoes. And if that's not a fireable offense, I have a feeling we're about to commit some in the next few seconds. Unfortunately, and to clear up any question that might pop up, you cannot chase after the human targets. You cannot beat down the boss, as it were. Which means, mercifully, you also cannot beat down your wife and child in that first level. Video Game King reports with some translation saying, most of the dialogue is the bug telling you to unlock your true potential by destroying absolutely everything in sight. Can do. Will comply. This game has a sort of bad street brawler thing going. I'm the only streamer you'll ever find who will compare games to Bad Street Brawler, by the way, or Street House, or whatever else you want to call it. Anyway, where, you know, every level has different movesets for you. These first couple, where we're just playing as unevolved, as we're playing as the basic man, are similar enough. It's this kick and jump and punch, and also a headbutt. Which, why am I not using the headbutt all the time? I mean, probably because it's impractical, because it's a little slow, but... Come on. Headbutt a vending machine until I get my way. Or maybe not. Awesome camera, by the way. No need to fix that. No need to adjust that. You have the bare minimum of camera control, where L1 and R1 change the angle on the action a little bit. Well, there's nothing for distance. Hold on, was that a... I guess if you hold down R2, you can do a spinning kick? I was not even aware of that until just now. Oh, and you can crouch too? Whoa! I'm discovering things about this game. Completely pointless things this early in the game, but maybe that'll come in handy later on. Oh! It appears we have agitated an officer of the law. Oh, if only the camera worked. As I said, pointless, but we're also not getting damaged. It might be making our meter tick a little quicker, the time meter. Is maybe also a shared health meter. But, but for the most part, bullets are ineffective. Kimberdian says, I know NetYorose was a thing. Yes, you can even check out some old articles. You can check out a segment that I have left on hiatus for a minute called Yorose a Day, where we went over some of Japan's indies in the era of the PlayStation. And this game definitely has that kind of spirit to it, if you will. This is where we get our first transformation scene. Hell yeah. So, maybe Video Game King can clear this up for me, or someone watching can clear this up for me. Is this to imply that the demonic entity has passed from our original human to this dog, and we're now controlling the dog? Is that what's going on here, or did we merge somehow? I mean, we have the blue genes, so... But yes, as you can tell, this will change things somewhat. I was not quite close enough initially. I think the timer's also ticking down a little quicker. Let's find some better targets, because there's plenty to destroy in this level, as it turns out. This is where we start to open up the world a little bit. I don't think we can level the entire house in a fell swoop, but we can sure head bash these windows. Oh, there we go. No, we can totally level the house, as it turns out. Just gotta find where the propane is. Gotta figure out where the gas is. That's how I feel about nature, damn it. Can I just jump up here? Beautiful thing. So yeah, keep an eye on that yellow meter. I don't think I can hurt the dogs either, in the same way that I can't hurt cops. One downfall of this game. I can fuck up your house still, little doggy. Yeah, I don't know what the point of breaking the individual windows are if you can just pull that stunt at a certain point. I gotta check what the other side of the street has. No, I don't think there are other houses on the other side of the street. I think it's one side of the road. Video Game King reading into this a little bit, it occurs to me that Hakaioh shares some motifs with Metamorphosis, namely the protagonist's alienation from middle-class life, middle-class capitalist life even, by way of an insectoid transformation. The key difference is that Hakaioh goes on to destroy that capitalist life, and we applaud him for it. Here we go, we're in some industrial territory now. You may get away for now, Copper, but the tables will turn in some capacity in future levels. We will not be a pacifist for long. This level's all about stomping dogs out. Everything they hold dear. Yeah, I don't think we're getting many points for this. Let's break left. It's here where you would begin to wish that there was like more of a free camera here, but these are not luxuries afforded to us in the year 1998. You'll notice that we do slowly recharge the yellow a little bit as things actually break. You see the little green there. Oh, here we go. Street Fighter time, baby! This guy's headbutt is a lot quicker than our unevolved form. That's it, we really gotta get this car broken down, like, pronto. Is that the best we can do with that? I have struggled with the stage in the past. I'm hoping that we can get this back on track. Hoping that we can pass this stage. I don't think we can blow this building up with one of those errant canisters, unfortunately. Which means we gotta find something else to break in fast. No, no more brick wall in that direction. This is just the end of the stage? Or no, no. Just a minor case of invisible wall there. No, that is not doing enough to put time on the... Oh, here we go. Come on. That put a lot of time on the clock, luckily. And this should also be plenty of stuff for our red meter as well, for our necessary destruction quota. In fact, I don't know if the timer, if the yellow timer going from 0 to full was us breaking down, was us successfully like extending the timer, or if we have like multiple layers of bar, like a boss character in a video game. Which would be appropriate enough, given what we've turned into at this point. I think we can exit building now. I could jump over this wall, or... Sometimes the hit detection here can be a little spotty. Like, if you ask me, I think I should have gotten some credit for those headbutts, like, a little earlier than I did. Do we get one more health explosion for good measure here? Video Game King says, I think the logic here is that the yellow meter increases. Yes, when you completely destroy an object. Not much of ascertained, it's just a matter of when it emptied out, then like refilled instantaneously. At the same time I broke an object. I'm just not sure what to attribute that to. This game, in case it wasn't obvious, is not particularly well documented. I would like to do some documentation on it. See if I can find like anything about this in time. I just haven't had occasion to. I haven't felt compelled to do that research as of yet, but... And you know, would this qualify for the Bad Game Hall of Fame? Would it qualify for the website for the article treatment? I mean, yes, in the sense that it's like, I don't think it was super well received, but, you know, it's not a bad game to me. Then again, neither is Drake of the 99 Dragons, and yet... I don't know, I guess I need to do more research into how badly or well this was received. I need to get an actual, like, metric for that. Ascribe an actual number to it. Video Game King asks, where do you draw the line on Kusoge and Bakage? Which I just want to, for anyone who maybe not up on those terms, Kusoge is shit games, affectionately named shit games by largely by Japanese community. I usually refer to games released exclusively in Japan as Kusoge. I know some people like to call all bad games Kusoge, and I'm like, you can call a bad game a bad game. You can call Japanese bad games Kusoge. Anyway, that's my little tangent on that. Whereas Bakage is a stupid game, where those are usually intentionally bad, whereas a Kusoge may be inadvertently, unintentionally bad. We may not be able to kick the cops yet, but we can sure as hell destroy their cars, so... and get some decent credit for it as well. These early stages are also, like, fairly easy, as you can gather. That last one was a little tricky in terms of keeping on top of the timer, maybe. Finding high-value targets. I will answer the question, by the way, in a second, as it was asked. I just want to make sure that we're on track for this level. The levels will get more difficult in time, in due time. Let's fuck up this gas station, this convenience store. Where do I draw the line in Kusoge and Bakage? Intent. With so many things, it comes down to intent. Was the developer intending to make a stupid game? Then it's Bakage. Takeshi's Challenge is probably Bakage. I know it's known as the great Kusoge of all time, like, maybe one of the most well-established in the Japanese canon, but at the same time, it's a game that was very deliberately what it is. they weren't intending to win any like Player's Choice Awards. They were deliberately seeking to antagonize the audience with it. So in that sense, Hakaioh. Whereas Death Crimson was earnest in its intentions, Kusoge, because it missed the mark and it became inadvertently silly. I mean, you asked the developers. I did my piece on that I did my article on that game and unearthed a lot of details about the developers and whatnot. But at Ecole, I should mention. Let's get inside, because I think these bullets actually are starting to take a bit of a toll on us. Let's fuck up the interior instead. So, you know, it's hard to tell how serious Ecole were with everything they were doing in producing Death Crimson. It's hard to tell how much of that game is tongue-in-cheek at the end of the day, I guess. But for the most part, I feel like it was genuine enough. They wanted to tell a dark story, and along the way, due to the way everything in that game looks and how it plays and so on and so forth, I think they missed some sort of mark. The fact that if there are tongue-in-cheek elements, they're lost in the shuffle of everything else, I think that tells us all we need to know about that. But to be clear, this game is stupid, and I would assume that it was knowingly made to be stupid. I don't think we can bust that door down. I don't think we can burn this whole building down either. Let's just head for the exit. Let's not risk anything. I'm gonna drink some damn water. That is a hell of a JPEG to zoom in on. Mind you, not actually a JPEG in the sense, probably not, but you know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm laying down. Atomic Runner says, I like that Ecole owns the fact they made Death Crimson, like they don't hide it. Certainly not. When they were briefly in the business of running fighting game tournaments, they had their, what was it? The Combat Etchison Cup. Prestigious award that players could compete for when playing any of French Bread's fighting games. The Melty Blood crossover has been neglected for this long. When the hell is Combat Etchison going to be a playable character in Melty Blood? That is the question. Are they still updating Melty Blood? They're still coming out with revisions of Melty Blood? I wouldn't know. I've never even played a Melty Blood. I'm peripherally aware of Melty Blood. That's about as much as I can say for most fighting games, truth be told. That said, I do have a couple fighting games that we may play on stream today, depending on how deep we go. I can't tell when these buildings are fully destroyed. If the shells that we see are the final level. I mean, it doesn't look like they're responding to us anymore, so I'm going to assume that we scrapped several of these and that we've gone as far as we can go with them. Atomic Runner, hoping for Ravenloft. I have it on hand, but I haven't played enough of it to be, like, familiar with it. I've played enough of this game to be, like, this is a known quantity, and that's something we're going to focus on with the stream for a little while longer, because the last two streams where I left it up to viewer choice, and not to disparage you fine viewers, but we landed on a few stinkers, as they say. You know, Alone in the Dark 2008, I get why that game is beloved, and, you know, I've played that game in the past, I just didn't have enough of it committed to memory to smoothly navigate it on stream, and I feel like that led to a lot of, like, abandonment of said stream as I struggled with, like, very simple puzzles. So, you know, maybe not a game that's, like, ideal for me to stream, but I know my way around this game well enough, and we're going to focus on a few more of those moving into the future. We're confident that I'll have stuff to say, and I won't get caught up on, like, very simple little hang-ups. Video Game King says the wiki, the big game wiki in Japan, classifies this firmly as kusoge. I mean, that's their prerogative. They can do what they want, and, you know, I consult the Games wiki occasionally, but at the end of the day, it's subjective. There's opinions, and I have mine. And my opinions are also facts, and theirs are wrong. So it's I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. Okay, here's what I'm noticing. I think holding down R1 does quicker attacks in general. Or maybe not, because I'm not holding it down right now. I think the headbutt is just quicker for this incarnation of the character. This feels like a Katamari level, though. You know, for as more deliberate as it is having to knock down these buildings one by one. You know, you just have the abstract vision of a city. The way they're playing with scale here. Ah, here we go. See, dudes inside, probably dead, right? So this is not a full pacifist game. Just because we could not one-on-one those cops earlier, but now we will be destroying tanks and helicopters and all sorts of military complex as the stakes get higher. Our destruction cannot go unnoticed. Going entirely off of sound for that because the camera, again, is so cooperative. Colonel Sandwich 00 says, I really enjoy the chill music as you destroy everything. Yes, this game's soundtrack is a banger, needless to say. Y'all are hearing it, so y'all already know. I can't remember if there's any more of it than this. I remember some of the progression, but I can't speak to all the terms of the soundtrack here. All the contents thereof. But I mean, with the song this dope, I mean, do you need more? Need I play more? By the way, as always, should mention, in case you're any first-time viewers or just forgetful viewers, I'm always open to answer any questions about any bad video games at any moment in time. In my mission to become the Bad Games Dave Meltzer, I will field questions at any moment in time about any variety of subject matter. I will do my best to answer. Unlike Dave, though, I do not have like a billion pieces of paper scattered around my desk, so I can't like fold over and like check under my table for some piece of sheet with like really obscure wrestling facts on it or whatever, or video game facts as the case may be. But alley-oop. I think this is the last stage where things are this easy. If I remember correctly, the next stage is an assault on a gas station where, like, the military is assaulting us, I should say. As we just try to do our civic duty and destroy everything around us. As a good citizen, as a good kaiju would. Video Game King astutely points out that all the buildings are made of dodgeballs. That's why they make that noise when you kick them. And, you know, those construction companies, they're really skimping out on the materials. And the fact that they fold in like paper, you can see like the shards of them flying off. Dodgeballs filled with glass. Construction paper. We are close to the end of the level. We are close to having the necessary amount of destruction before the end of the level. Oh, I'd hate to have to backtrack too much into the stage. Hopefully just a matter of like a couple more buildings. Hopefully they're within. There we go. See, flashing red bar. We're good. Those walk sound effects, you could probably Foley something a little like more severe than plip plap, plip plap, plip plap. Accomplized. You are now free. Or tree. Who can say with this font treatment here? That was only 30% destruction, by the way. Yes, here we go. Alright. This may take 1 or 2 tries. Hopefully just 1. Also, there are some physics here where if I kick those objects, they can knock over other objects in their path. Phys-X this is not, but Phys-X this is. There are. If you look at the map, you'll see the boys in blue coming through. I think what I need to do first is destroy these pillars. Oh, I overturned a little bit. I think we missed the epic explosion of the gas station here. Yeah, that's where the camera follies maybe make themselves particularly evident. Alright, let's fuck up these tanks. I think these tanks are depleting our health a bit. I think I got this in one try. Yeah, there we go. I hope that looping sound effect isn't too gratuitous, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you're kaiju. Triumphant. Minute 50. Only 30% destruction again, but... Now here's where the game opens up. The game really opens up at the 30-minute mark. You can't fool me. The Foley artist just recorded himself taking a leak here. This is not the sound of a river. I guess this answers the question, are we still the human from the beginning? Oh, our man will not abide by this. That tingles, that thunder. Here we fucking go. Oh yeah, man, you're a dinosaur now, so go fuck shit up on the real. See, aren't you glad you have me to translate on the fly for all this? I'm sure someone can actually translate that, but... Ah, we got some new music too. Let me do my favorite thing. Just let the trucks collide directly into us. No steering, no stopping. I forgot exactly how to destroy the helicopters. Let's figure it out. Ah, there we go. R2 in circle. We'll do a aerial move for us. Let's destroy the other end of this bridge right here with our sweet backflips. Oh, I am taking severe damage for a second there. I bet we can rack up some points here. As well as take down the national grid. I have a feeling we're gonna have to destroy a lot of stuff in this level. I love this backflip move so much. I think the headbutt might be more effective, though. Okay. Who's the dead helicopter? Who's... Biggity bomb. Dig diggity. Dig diggity dog. Sako. I don't know how much that's contributing to our meter, destroying those helicopters, but goddamn, it's not satisfying. You may also notice that their fire does do damage to the environment, so you can use them to potentially hasten the destruction process. You know, real speedrun tech. Okay, there's gotta be something better we can destroy, because we are taking damage far quicker than we are accumulating the good meter. Yeah, we might concede a life here. Yep. Return to human? Yes, don't mind if I don't want to return to human, I wanted to return to monster. I want to go back to monster, as Sebastian X once said. Alright, so I think we had to bypass my favorite part of the level, unfortunately. But I think we can still take this bridge to task. Oop! Well, I feel a little bad for those people. I guess the cleanup takes care of itself, though, as far as... we don't need to destroy the train fully. I wish I had a better camera angle on you so I can... There we go. Let's skip the polls for now. Let's just see what lies ahead in this lovely textured river that stands before us. I think the trick is to not let too many helicopters attack us all at once. Take them on one at a time, and we'll be just fine. Alright, let's check how many points these give us. That's something. Oh. These helicopters don't get the lesson. The helicopters are really helping us out right now. They wanted to fuck that tanker up just as bad as we did, if not more. Almost feel tempted to spare this one because of it, but can I get the magic angle on this, please? There we go. 2-for-1 special. There's gotta be a lot more of this to destroy it. This is how slowly we're filling up the meter right now. If I'm inferring correctly, I feel like 25% is the bare minimum that you need to destroy in order to complete a level. I need to figure out how the scoring system works. If these gates are worth just as much as, say, an oil tanker. If it's just purely percentage-based, how that breaks down. If objects of a certain size account for more percentage, or if it's just raw numbers. Single values. That's for me to find out in time. In either case, we're certainly doing a lot better on time and health than we were in our first failed attempt here, so... Dig-a-bone. Let's check out the left side. All I'm seeing on the left, on the right-hand side are those electrical wires, those telephone poles, whatever they're meant to be. Can we destroy the trees, I wonder? Are we expected to destroy the trees? We certainly can. Well, we are not doing as hot on health right this second, but hopefully I can amend that. If not, I'm going to use some rewind in a second here. Because the turning here is not in our favor. I promised there would be clunky controls in this, in one of my tweets, so... The quicker we can destroy these helicopters without them ticking off a lot of our health, the better off we'll be. Needless to say, that's just, that's a pro tip for me to you. It's right there. I got loads of them. Man, this bar is barely full still. And these helicopters are relentless. I might be getting better at taking on these helicopters. I'm hoping they do contribute to the meter somewhat, otherwise... At least I know that we're charging our health, so... That might honestly be priority numero uno here. They are certainly coming out in force. Some might argue this is a game about, you know, preserving nature, destroying the industrial complex. But you see us fucking up those trees, right? So... Actually, I don't think anyone's argued anything about this game ever. I don't think it comes up in conversation much, truth be told. It's ripe with all these metaphors. It's untapped, quite frankly. Let's get a real games journalist on the case. Yeah, I'm beginning to get the impression that these helicopters have not helped our total out much, but at the same time, we have to destroy them because they are draining our damn health. Stardews with a very good question. Best Dino Mayhem Sin, Hakaioh or Doritos Dash of Destruction? I don't know, I'm getting a little tired of Hakaioh at this current juncture, with not being clear on what I should be targeting, so... no, I don't accept that. I reject that reality, I substitute my own. Here we go. I don't know, I do like this game. As frustrated as I am with it in this current millisecond where I'm about to die again. I should just be able to destroy them by jumping into them. Do I have, like, an actual jumping attack? Besides the one that I do from the ground. This game might actually have a thing where if you fail a mission enough times, you're able to skip it. I feel like that's the case. No, I just do not have enough health to actually progress this any right now. And these guys are not low enough for me to do my kick on them. Oh, we may have reached an impasse. Oh, I got one of them. Or something. That briefly increased meter. There we go. Yeah, this level may be a little dry. Maybe if we go into this, maybe there's something else that'll be of higher value, that'll be more concentrated. Oh, I see more tankers. But otherwise, if we get flummoxed by this, I may move on to the next game. Or I may test to see if there is a level skip or if that's just imagined by me. Oh, we got a shit ton of helicopters here right now. Hey, if I play this right. Alright, new strategy. Let's see if we can find another one of these tanks in the distance. I think I've left behind some stuff there, but without knowing how big this level is. Luckily, with the PlayStation's marvelous view distances, it won't be long till we can see what's on that horizon line. Another helicopter or two for health purposes. Ah, leave me be. It's almost like they want me destroying all the property or something. That one was parked on the ground. It's a variety of enemies right there, I tell you what. They're not quite oil tankers, but that does appear to be some fresh meat nonetheless. This summer camp's gone to hell and back, I tell you what. The screen shake is a little egregious here. If I can make a constructive criticism for Fab Communication, you know, something for the sequel. Come back to this game 22 years later. It's one legacy feature they can skip. Alright, there's got to be more for me to destroy on this side of the pond. Oh, the road splits a little bit. Kinda wish I could zoom out the map just to get a quicker glimpse how big this might be. Let's tucked away in this alcove over here. Just some big-ass rocks, I guess. Hey, if you can break it, the game will buy it for you. Oh, there's a proper invisible wall there, too. I mean, literally nothing we shouldn't be able to just walk over or jump over, but... Hey, you know what? I'm not here to argue with you, Hakaioh, King of Crusher. Yeah, it seems like this side of the map has just been and will continue to just be holes, and maybe some rocks now. Oh, here we go. Hello, industry. Oh no, I can't jump over. That's actually in the distance. Believe it or not, that's out of our reach. That is end of the level. We're gonna have to make do with what we got on this side of the map. Hopefully we got enough without going too far back. Here, I'll clear this rock out the way. I'm sure the boats will thank me. If helicopters counted, I feel like we should have credit to spare by this point. It seems like the jump is just as effective, if not more so, than the backflip. But the backflip is so cool, though! I think I had a breath attack before? No, sadly, we do not have a breath attack. We have a headbutt that may be mistaken at a glance for a fire attack, but, and no, I don't believe we'd be able to destroy those objects in the distance either with it. I hate having the backtrack, but I have that rock there. Maybe that rock will be. Yeah, if the next level of this game proves to be just as, how you say, large scale. There we go. Bare minimum. See, good things come to those who wait. We still have helicopters shooting us even as we celebrate. 30%. 15 minutes on that level we spent. How do I actually get it to save? Interesting that they would give you English characters for this Japanese-only game. I don't think it actually saved. I think you have to cancel it to get it to save. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Or, okay, you know what it is? It's just confusing, because when it's grayed out, I assumed that meant that it was what was selected, but clearly it is what isn't selected in that moment. I know they always confirm X's and I, thank you very much. That was not the problem in this case, video game game. It was the fact that it was a bit obtuse with its presentation of that. Alright, this is a tiny level. This level was like makeup. This is like, okay, we know that last level was a little egregious, so... Look, we're just gonna put you in this arena here. Go hog wild. In this tiny little ring. I wonder if I can get most of the helicopters to do most of the destruction for me. That building is indestructible, though. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of helicopters. They are also, like... These ones are very particular about what it takes to get them destroyed. These helicopters give me us way more trouble than the ones in the previous stage did. I'm having a much tougher time. Let's maybe just escape the level, why don't we? Nope, they killed us instead. We have our minimum completion. Yeah, we are getting massacred out here. Because these helicopters refuse to get blown up. Ah, screw it. Stop trying to salvage that life. Start trying to salvage that run in particular. Yeah, I'm just gonna gratuitously fast forward and rewind. I never been one to care about that stuff on stream, so... Yeah, most of these helicopters, I think they're like hovering just out of sight or out of range, perhaps. Anyway, if they want to destroy most of this for us with their missiles and their guns and whatnot, they could be my damn guests at this point. Let's just figure out how to exit the staying level. Oh, okay. No, I guess this is contingent on completely leveling that one building. Don't mind if I do continue. At least to see... Let me fast forward and see how much level there is here. This game might honestly play better at double speed. Oh. Had to jump over those. Oh, we have branching paths and everything. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't want to necessarily play this level out right now. We have other games. Maybe it is short enough, but... No. We have so much more we can play on stream right now. That was Hakaioh King of Crusher. It's good. It definitely drags a bit in spots, as you were beginning to see there. Oop. Get that out the way. Oh, maybe don't show my mail on stream either while we're at it. Let's jump into some Lone Soldier by Tempest Software and Telstar. I think this is one I've hinted at before. I don't think I've played this on stream yet. I might have in the past. But this is another jam, another destruction derby, if you will. I think the intro cinematic on this one's a little long, but I'm going to let it play out so you can see some of the CG we're dealing with. And that includes the developer logos. Telstar, if you know them, they used to deal in like older games, republishing older games, like some of the earlier games compilations, if I recall correctly. I think they're also like into like cartridge collecting and like rare value cartridges, or they have a history. I think they also did some Bubsy publishing, if not mistaken. I should probably check my sources on that. I should probably double check my work. I know I have their 1998 product page, or product catalog bookmarked, when I was looking into this game in particular. But I'm just letting this cutscene play out because it gives you a real good idea of what was considered impressive CG in 1996. Which is to say, not this. Yes, to double check myself here before I wreck myself here, Telstar did publish Bubsy 3D. As well as the pleasures of sex for the Sega for the Philips CDI. And Pamela Anderson screensaver, according to this awesome product catalog here. This is our hero, Brock Action Man. Arnold shoots a lot. By the way, the bad guys in this game are aliens. That are holding the world hostage using one of our own nuclear missiles. And they've enlisted criminal organizations. They've enlisted, like, guerrilla units, as well as, like, some, how you say, tribes. We'll see in time. They recruited all sorts. The aliens recruited humans to assist them in their hostage-taking of the entire planet. And naturally, when dealing with enemy armies, you send in a lone soldier. Send in the one-man army. I also thought there's no voiceover in this full-motion video. Oof. Not the most flattering angle. Oh, he's got an eye patch and a scar, so you know he's evil. Old-timey British judge, or Princess Leia cosplayer. Princess Leia, I should say. Good luck! I will need it. Alright, hit me with that title card. Yeah! There's our hero. Let's wait till you see him in-game. We'll keep it on normal. Select, fire, throw grenade, run. They neglect to mention that, also, run on triangle. Yeah, sure, why not? Can't run and shoot in this game, or... Wait, can you? I guess I'll find out in a second, I can't remember. Anyway, they neglect the fact that R1, L1, R2, L2 also turn your aim, allow you to steer the camera. So, don't forget that. Very important if you play this game. Which we'll see if I can make a compelling case for with my gameplay. So this is a top-down shooter in the style of Commando, except minus a top-down, obviously. More behind the back. Yeah, you can run and shoot in this game. Yeah, if you use the D-pad, if you use that to turn while shooting, your aim's gonna be like all over the place. But if you use R1 and R2 to turn instead, you have slower, finer degrees of aiming here. But you know, there's something to that. That's an idea. It's an idea as to how to use the limited D-pad. And yes, we do have some alternate weapons. Rocket launcher, flamethrower. That might actually be it. Watch out for mines. And like Hakaioh King Crusher, there are a certain amount of enemies we need to destroy, we need to defeat before we can end the level. Actually, you can end the level before you've killed them, but then you'll have to go back and replay the level, which we don't want to do. We don't want to have to do. Let's just toss a grenade and be done with that. Grenades are more powerful than rockets, as it turns out. But, you know, rockets obviously give us the range advantage. I think that tree is blocking my aim and not theirs. Also, variable frame rate, where the game does move quicker as there's less stuff on screen. There we go. Level 1 complete. You have crushed the enemy. Excellent. Go on to the next section. Don't mind if I do. Even get a little percentage at the end. Let us know how we did. Oh! Right into the action. No time wasted. Video Game King says, looking at this game, it looks like this has an okay idea of what it wants to be, but no idea how it should achieve that. You move, you shoot, but none of it helps. You feel like your character is actually in the places he's in. Yeah, the control here is not what I call a dream. Maybe even something of a nightmare. Especially with how bad the collision is and how many, like, bits of scenery you'll find yourself getting caught on. And, you know, not having any camera control in this one. Hakaioh had bad camera control. This has no camera control. Come on. There we go. I overshot the grenade by like an inch. Thing about the SMG is that if I hold it down, you fire a burst, and then it pauses. Basically, you want to be rapidly firing it though, but if you tap it too much, it's only single shot. So it's a matter of timing, you see. Now let's switch to the flamethrower because I think it instantly deals with most enemies. And our health is a little low, so the more efficiently we can negotiate these guys, the better it'll be for us. Aw, man, well, we got close. Actually, you know what? No, let's cheat a little bit, because we were so close. That's not fair. There we go. 1 pixel. Let's pretend that's how I did it the first time. Because when you beat the level, with regardless of how much health you have, you get it refilled next level. So that's what I'm aiming for here and trying to hold on to as many lives as we can. Crushed him again. Sock Puppet Kingdom. The graphics aren't terrible for a PS1 game. Yeah, especially a 96 game. Oh, I can't toss grenades when I'm using the flamethrower. That's odd, but sure. Yeah, hell with it. Yeah, you can't toss grenades with anything except the Uzi in hand. I just want to take care of that tower. The first one did not do it. This would be easier with better controls, as it turns out. Oh.
Extra life.
You do get an extra life, though, and some extra health to boot, to match it. So all in all, I'd say we're doing pretty well for ourselves right about now. flamethrower by far the most effective weapon in our arsenal here. Just a shame about the range, etc. Oh yeah, there's also, 100% that time. There's also mission timers here. They're a non-factor. I've never worried about that in my playing this game. I forget. Do I need to destroy these? No, those are just... That's just scenery. I think it's these Moai heads that might fire missiles. Nah. These ones, then? I swear there's something here that we need to destroy that can do damage to us. Oh, but... Yeah, 1996, before we knew racism existed. Ooh, that's, yeah. Fun game, but shame about, that, huh? And that won't get better for a minute. Can these be destroyed to any more degree than that? I don't think so. Okay, now these things are a threat. I was right, I just wasn't targeting the right ones. And I do believe my rocket went right through that. Video Game King says, what makes this worse is that you're invading and burning down their villages. Well, in fairness to me, they're in cahoots with the evil aliens, is the lore in this game, so... They're getting paid, presumably. Whatever riches the aliens are offering. That doesn't really help much here, truth be told, but... That's the game's logic for why this is acceptable. I did concede a life earlier, but we still got 2 more, and we have continue, so... We will make do. I think that will replenish our life that we lost. So at least the game ain't being stingy. I forget if our protagonist has a name. He certainly doesn't go named in the game. It was weird finding out the protagonist of XDR, of X-Dazzledly Ray, the game I'm currently writing about, has a name, and that his name is Ray Starbreaker, which is just awesome. No, hold on. Is there a better way to approach that, or are those things just untenable as far as dodging is concerned? Yeah, that's... Suddenly the game is like super duper fast, by the way. And when it gets fast, like everything gets faster around you. The game logic is tied to the frame rate, so... Alright. This game has boss battles. I'll leave that health for when I need it. That will be our opponent in time, but first we need to dispatch of his lackeys. Let's use every tool available to us. The sooner we can get rid of them, the sooner we don't have to hear that anymore. And that'll do it for the boss fights. For our intimidating foe. Awesome. Go on to the next worlds. Still planet Earth. Eradicate the jungle forces, though. Yeah, might as well save that progress. And I love when classic PS1 games give you the option to format your memory card. Kingsfield has it. A lot of older games have it. And at some point, people are just like, we should probably not put this as an option from within the game menus. If people want to format the card, they will do that from the system menu. They will do it from the PlayStation UI. But making it an option in games is maybe not a great idea. And yes, we are rewarded with more FMV. Each world, as it were. I'm getting, like, Amiga vibes somehow. Like, this music. Just, like, we got some cool electronic music. You got some footage for us to put it over? You got some cutscene, man? Yeah, I mocked this up in about, like, 2 hours. Took 12 hours to render. Worth every frame. Oh, what's gonna happen here? Well, now that we've successfully been put in the mood for this, now we're reminded of just how awesome our protagonist is. Let's play this very fast level. And slow it down. Phew. Let's try a bit more forward momentum here. I'm gonna not bother with those towers, for example. Oh, but our arsenal's reset those, so we do not have any rockets or a flamethrower on us. Oh, I just realized I was taking damage from standing too close to the tank. As it collided with me, it was doing damage, so... And I'm trying to play a little faster and looser here. Oh no, we gotta kill a dog now. Come on, doggy, just run away. Thank you, doggy. I don't think you can actually kill the dogs in this, which is... I'm sure some people will be very happy to see. I'm certainly not mad about it. Oh, we've lost sound effects in the game. Must be some issue with the game. But hey, you know what? We got some nice chill audio for the next few. However long the rest of this level takes. Honestly, it's enough to scare the dog off. That guy did a sick combat roll. Yeah, forfeited one life, but... Right, switch to grenade, or switch to Uzi so I can use grenades. Some of the sound effects are back now. There's enough sound effects. You know? We have the bare minimum of sound effects here. Hopefully that was enough enemies. Gotta be like high 80%. Yeah, that's 94. I'll live with that. I'll work with that. Are they gonna give us a rocket launcher again anytime soon? It dropped rockets for us. I must have missed where. they intended for us to pick it up, but... Yeah, screw it. Sorry, doggy, but you're gonna be one hot dog in a second, because I do not want to deal with Uzi right now. And I could get on the other side and fight that tank, but... You know what? If I don't have to, I'm not gonna. Let's hope I don't actually accidentally set the bridge on fire here. Seeing as it's made out of wood and whatnot. I don't think I can do anything about that helicopter, sadly. Since there's no vertical aiming to speak of here. That was creative. You know, I can't fault their idea. I can't fault their strategy. It didn't work out for him, but it made sense on paper. And we still get 100% despite not destroying the helicopter. Which goes to show I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, pillow. I forgot that this was a weapon, too. Maybe because it's not super effective at the end of the day, but... Okay, we'll give it a whirl. And, you know... If you're gonna be a Rambo knockoff kind of guy, kind of protagonist, you gotta have an M60. You gotta have a belt-fed machine gun. It was very much in fashion at the time. Yeah, this is only marginally more effective than the Uzi, so... Flamethrower is still, by and far, the most useful weapon in our inventory, besides maybe the grenades. As imperfect as these things are. Whatever topples those towers. I love this little strut that he does. It's adorable. Oh, I should mention, we've been able to run this whole time. I just haven't had any reason or occasion to do it. It is accompanied by a loud panting sound, and by an inability to shoot. So, functionally useless unless you're maybe like playing super safe and super slow. When you start to realize the clock is winding down, you have to make a beeline for the end of the level. Or maybe I can use it like to get close to the tank, toss my couple grenades at it, then run back. Yeah, still not super useful, all things considered. Who could be messaging me? Doesn't the whole world know I'm streaming right now? Apparently not. For Pete's sake. I do not have enough flamethrower left to do anything effective with it. Let's burn these shots off. And because the game is moving so fast, these things would do extra damage to us if we were in their line of sight. Is there something I need to do here? Oh, here we go. This did not get a US release. For whoever's asking right now. I don't have time to look right now, unfortunately. Solely Japan and Europe. He's saying that his mom shoots better than me. Very rude. Not appreciated. This slander. Tough fight, though, when you can't, like, walk around, and also when I don't have any flamethrower, so... There we go, though. Auto is Auto. Let's get a US release. I don't remember hearing anything about this or seeing it in stores. Yeah, PAL in Japan. Awesome. Destroying the Canyon troops. Sure, save that progress again. I think there's 5 worlds in this game. It's all the same planet. It's all planet Earth, but... Vroom! Oh, what's he gonna do? It's probably gonna involve explosives. It didn't seem like that did anything to the actual train. Maybe we'll get a better idea from this angle. I guess it was stopping the train? And now we can hold up the entire train with just a micro Uzi? Sure. Hey, when you're the lone soldier, you got the effective tactics. We got some urban warfare ahead of us now. Yeah, this was, oh, hold on! I want to redo on that. I didn't realize the flaming boxes would, like, kill us quicker than any enemy in the game thus far. Some sweet graffiti on the walls here. Video Game King, so he just wanders from Warzone to Warzone, fuck up any soldier he might come across? Yeah, anything to stop the aliens. He's Earth's greatest fucking defender, man. Any dirty job that comes along. Now these might be some of the aliens, or Sub-Zero, it's hard to tell. I don't even know if I need to kill you. I don't think I can. Whatever. We wasted a life on that. And a fair amount of ammo, so...
Flamethrower.
We will win. Not sure who that's explicitly meant to refer to here, but... I don't think anyone wins in Lone Soldier, so... That's not effective. Well, you know, effective enough, I guess. Right, can't toss grenades without using anything other than the Uzi. That's gonna get me every time. That was a tough customer. Note to self, don't walk down alleys. They're a death trap for the camera. Maybe not for our character, but for the camera, to be sure. Just because I feel like it. Eat a whole rocket, you dude. A Moby Games trivia. On the German version, the main character is replaced with a cyborg who was seen on the front cover. Yes, that is... I think I contributed that trivia fact, actually. I know I contributed info about this game to Moby Games. That may or may not have been one of the things I contributed. This is back when I still tried to add stuff to Moby Games before it got too frustrating for me. And I say that with all respect. And apologies to Moby Games editors and staff, of whom I know several. See, times like that where the camera should probably just, like, be actually behind the back and not scripted, not on rails. That would come with its own set of bugbears, but I think it'd probably generally work out better. This is a cool customer. You can tell because his jeans are a little ripped. Nope, fake alley, I guess. There ain't nothing fake about that fucking MIDI. That MIDI shredding, though. That's as real as it gets. Sure. There are a lot of dudes on board that. A little more damage than I was expecting to there. Right, can't toss grenades. I told you it was going to come back to bite me again. In case you don't get the gimmick here, the train is on a loop, or something to that effect, until we destroy the designated amount of enemies on board of it. Which is to say, I don't think I could have hidden the corner and waited for the whole thing to pass by. And there we go. Down to 1 life. Or maybe 2, I don't know, of the heart. Yeah, I don't know if we get a life beyond that heart. If, like, we lose that heart, then can continue to play, but we may find out soon enough. I would appreciate some flamethrower ammo right about now, but I think that'll exhaust our whole reserves of other weapons. Good, that dude is dumb enough to stand right by the car as it starts to burn and dealing damage over time to him, so we're just dealing, like, radius damage. At least you can rely on the AI to be dumb as dirt in this game. And also for me to run directly into a mine while trying to run between them, but not the most damaging thing we've encountered in the game thus far. Somehow. Yeah, they're really leaving us high and dry right now, in terms of armaments. Well, if only I could afford to just run past all this. In fact, let's see what happens. That's not like Looney Tunes. You can't run through the painted-on door. Here we go. We did enough. Wait, hold on. Did we do enough? Yes, we did enough. Who knows, maybe I can beat this whole game in one sitting. We're only 30 minutes in, and we've already, like, gotten through 3 worlds. Or 2.5. Oh.
Extra life.
Glad I checked that corner. Despite the game's camera not wanting me to check that corner. Let's actually not blow up those cars. I don't want to get burnt to death by them. Who is that in the distance? I mean, I suppose they're bosses, but... These dudes are a pain in the ass is all I know so far. I hope they do not spawn more of these dudes in. I hope it is straight to the boss fight after this. Because this jumping routine is getting old. Make him come to me.
Over to you, sweetie.
Ooh.
Your turn, honey.
2 at once. Oh, I'm taking way more damage than I should be. Let's take that again.
Your turn, honey.
Yeah, we're taking that collision damage by accident.
Over to you, sweetie. Hey, you.
Oh, there we go. The lovely couple. What a shame. The City Renegades. Sure, that's a word for them, I guess. I really didn't need to rewind during that fight. I probably would have done just fine. You know, I'd rather not have to deal with, like, saves, continues, live, so on and so forth. We generally want to keep things going. So we can get to these sweet cutscenes that much quicker. That aircraft had a nose like a dog. Little black button nose. Scenic. This might be the last level of the game. It's either 4 or 5, I think. And in case you ever wondered what extraterrestrial life looks like. Something like this, I guess. I mean, Tempest Software would know better than I would, so... Yeah, that intruder alert's not gonna get old anytime soon. And come back and get that health if I need it. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Oh no! I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it would get you after a certain amount of time. I guess it unloads those assets. I guess it unloads that part of the level and they don't want to reload it or anything, so... That said, I spotted that coming down. And I have to have this.
Extra life.
You know what I appreciate about this game? Never stops moving. You may hear our hero catching his breath, but we never get a chance to. Oh, I forgot that I had the grenades and whatnot. They are successfully running away from my grenades. It is not appreciated. Let's just run past them, why don't we? Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. I see the path splits here. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us either. Was that enough? 80% good enough. I don't know what the minimum is. I don't want to find out right now. Yeah, I think I hate this enemy. This guy's more manageable. It's that blue bastard who just drains you and dodges grenades when you try to toss him at close range, so... There's no, like, sidestep dodge either, unfortunately. Do you think there's an intruder in the base right now? I can't quite tell. It might even be us, for all I know. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen sooner rather than later. That's alright, though. Hopefully have more than enough to take on anything else that comes in our way. K-Price 45 says, I saw McCall play this once. I'm impressed anyone else has played this, but sure, McCall, I could buy him playing this. Yeah, I just can't help but shake the Amiga vibes from this. I can imagine this is a 2D scrolling shooter without much of my imagination. In fact, I would be completely unsurprised to find out that the Brits responsible for this game in Tempest had come from that sort of scene. I think they're British anyway. They're definitely European. Very effective grenade usage on my part, if I do say so myself. Video Game King says, the alert is for you, the intruder. They still haven't decided on what you should be alerted towards, though. Yes. They're trying to do me a common courtesy here, but, the messages may be lost. Ah, the hell with that. Nah, that was not an effective grenade throw, was it? Alright, so we do have a life beyond the last heart. Let's not waste it. No flamethrower so far. No rocket launcher. We've just got the M60 at one point, and...
Extra fuel.
Great, extra fuel for a flamethrower we do not have yet, though.
Rocket.
Rockets for a launcher we don't have.
Invincibility.
Oh, invincibility. That's handy, at least. I think we already lost it. That was like a good 5 seconds of having it. Which is, if you ask me, not effective time to utilize it, to take advantage of it. Come on, game, start dropping us some weapons. Especially because I get the feeling we got a boss coming soon. Oh, speak of the devil, I see that bar already. I think she is deflecting my shots successfully with her shields. A little bit of damage. That was a bit more effective. Game over. Oh, man. Is that just going to kick us right to the title screen, or do we get a continue option? Ah. Who knows, it might let us back in. I certainly topped the leaderboard there. Continue. Will this pick us up from that stage with the maximum amount of lives, or will it pick us up from the beginning of the world with... Yeah, this would be the beginning of the world, unfortunately, and... not particularly compelled right now, truth be told, to replay all of that right now. So, tell you what, let's bounce out of Lone Soldier for now. I think I gave a pretty good grip of that game. Maybe that was the final boss, maybe there's one more after that, I can't remember. And let's play a little bit more. Let's pick one more PS1 game to go out on. Tale of the Sun, that could be fun. Tekken 3, give it away for free. Time Commando would be very much in tune with what we just played. Well, how about we just play through all of Vagrant Story right now, right? Have I ever actually played Wolkencroucher? Oh wait, no, yeah, we totally played Wolkencroucher on stream, didn't we? For like a minute, and didn't get very far in it. Twin Goddesses. God, there's so many PS1 games. I think the PS1 is probably my favorite console if I had to pick one. Just because this library is so wild. Wait, it was Nessa no Hoshu we played on stream last time. What the fuck is Wolkencroucher then? Sometimes you think you remember a game, but you don't actually. Now I'm just playing this because I can't remember what the fuck it is. But I have it here. Which probably means it's not very good. Wolkencrusher Shinpan no To is a first-person RPG in which the player makes his own character, male or female, between different kinds, warriors, magician, etc., and start climbing a dungeon tower. Before start the tower, the player can visit the town and buy different kind of weapons and items. The sound effects are a little obnoxious here in this intro. The most curious thing about the game is that in the battles, the game changes the view to a third-person perspective and using a 3D engine. Might be a Kingsfield-like, as Video Game King points out. With some high-tech, futuristic shit. Yeah, it's certainly a tower. Somewhere in Scotland. You don't mind if I fast forward this a little bit. Someone can maybe speed read this. I can't read it, period, so... let's just skip it, actually. If someone wants to read the story, they can do it on their own time. Let's see if I can even navigate the menus into the game itself here. I have like a vague idea of what this might be now. Well, this is obviously name entry, but give him the Duke Togo special. Give me a sword for now. Basic shit. I'll be a lady. Get some stat allocation here. I want to have good AI. My AM is, Oh, it's left to make the number higher? Sure. Something tells me we're not going to get deep enough into this for the point distribution there to matter too much. I just want to see what the fuck this game is. I see Stonehouse, Socks Box, Escape! Character info. I'm sure this is where you can shop around, interact with some NPCs maybe. I just want to get right into the dungeon. I don't care if I'm completely ill-equipped. Oh, this is on rails so far. Oh, man. This might be one that is impenetrable at the moment. Oh, hello! What the fuck? I figured out how to move. I do not know how to attack here. Oh, R2 so far is the only attack button I found. R2, L1. The movement is so weird. It's not like it's like moving around in 3D space. Up and down are forward and backwards. And left and right are strafe. Holy cow, this movement is... Sure, I'll take it. It did mention that between floors there are some camping events in which the player can use different items to cure the different bad conditions. So it seems like fight, camp, weird, like, menu-esque thing here that, yeah, here we go. Who says I need to understand Japanese to play an RPG? Oh, I'm poisoned. That can't be good. Sometimes it attacks, sometimes it doesn't. I think if you hold it down, it sabotages it. Something tells me we're going to be bested by the cricket here, unfortunately. Perhaps if I had invested in some potions. Or antidotes, even. Oh, maybe. No, I think we're going to succumb to poison before... or to that attack. Well, I think I know what the gift for the, for this game's gonna be. Well, we successfully bumbled our way through one fight successfully, at the very least. I figured out enough of it on the fly to survive one. There's something here. I'm sure there's something here. I'll have to look into that on my own time. What's the demo gonna show? High scores, sure. RPG with fucking high scores in it. And then back to the title screen after that. I was hoping there'd be like a gameplay demo or something, but no, I'll probably do it for Wolkenkrauser for now. Very interesting. And I'm sure that's on the @Games wiki. Or not the @Games wiki, the @wiki, whatever the hell it's called. I'm sure that has tons more info on that game. I'm sure it's a legend in its own mind. Do I dare play one more? Do I dare jump into something without sufficient time to think about it or prepare? One day, someone will translate Not Treasure Hunter. One day someone will translate all the games here that are untranslated, and life will be sweet. Yeah, but I think at the current juncture... Oh, Excalibur. This is a game I want to play because it's from the creators of Lone Soldier. It's their attempt at an RPG. You can see a tiny little gameplay video here on the right-hand side, but... God, there's just so much cool shit on the PS1. Cool janky shit, like Fighting Eyes, like Master's Fighter. Come to think of it, I did a stream like a year or two ago where I was building a better PlayStation Classic as a joke. I was like picking every game out on the list and being like, now here's a game you could play instead, which would be much better for a console. And I picked like Master's Fighter and placed some other fighting game on there, like probably like Tekken, I guess. And I think I played a little bit of Hakaioh, King of Crusher, and some other games that I've picked out here. I think I even played Lone Soldier on that. So this is almost like me redeeming myself for that stream where I have to like play every game for 5 minutes and not give them the time they deserved. One day I'll do a whole Master's Fighter stream, and maybe I'll have to have a guest on who can explain all the fighting game rips, all the characters that are stolen in this and whatnot. That'll be another day. Too much to get into right now. And yeah, we're wrapping up stream right now. I think 2 hours is fine. I think we played through most of Lone Soldier, if not choking at the last second. I feel like we got a decent chunk of Hakaioh, King of Crusher. I don't remember how much longer there is to that game. And you know, next time we come back, I'll pick out maybe a few more games. Either on PS1 or maybe another console. Maybe the Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn got some gems on it. I don't know if you've heard of this console here. Maybe some Congo, the movie, The Lost City of Zinj, the game based on the movie. Man. Maybe I'd play through a whole survival horror game at some point. Like a Deep Fear or Overblood or what have you. I don't know, we're rife with options. This is probably my favorite style of game is early 3D. PS1 N64 3D, 3DO 3D, Saturn, so on and so forth. You get the idea, you get the picture here. But yeah, that'll do it for stream right now. We got enough game to go around. Get your fill, 2 hours worth. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to, I think, a more successful stream than the last two. This gave me some motivation again. I feel confident coming off the back of this that we can come back and kill it again with some more compilations of games. But, should I start doing, like, really proper outros, being like, if you like what you saw here on the stream, consider checking out the website, badgamehallofame.com. Or does everyone here watching already know what the website is? I don't think we get too many new viewers through Twitch, truth be told. But, you know, if I was serious about expanding and by taking advantage of social media and all the mediums afforded to me for marketing and I'm vomiting thinking about it, now this would certainly be a way to do it. But, until that day comes, if it should ever, I'll just thank y'all for watching again, and leave it at that. And one day I'll come up with a good goodbye thing to say, like some catchy little catchphrase, but it's been 3 years so far and I've not thought of it yet, so... Bye!